Believers, fallen mankind has the default tendency to see things backwards. Now, what do I mean with that fallen mankind? I mean those that are not born again tend to see things backwards. Hold on. It goes like this. They see a situation and they relate to it based on one criteria. Does this refer to me or not? If it refers to them, then they attach themselves to it, whether it's in an adverse way, they don't like it, or in an attractive way, they like it. If it does not refer to them it doesn't even exist. This is a black and white thinking of worldlings. So, these people, they do not really perceive things as they are. They perceive things how they want them to be. And if things reflect how they want them to be, they are at ease. If things don't reflect how they want it to be, they get upset. Well, depending on how upset they are, whether it's dislike or full out hatred, they act out. Either they act by attacking whatever doesn't reflect their will, or they flee from what doesn't reflect their will. And if they have to cope, they will only cope in order to sabotage the thing that doesn't reflect their will. So it's a duality with these people. Attraction and aversion, two sides of the same coin. They perceive it and experience it as difference. Like and dislike are two sides of the same coin. It's both attachment, okay? Operating based on attachment, which is operating based on fear. That's how worldlings are. So when they see a situation, they're not really interested in seeing what the situation is. The only thing that's in their mind is, does it refer to me or not? The I, the self, is at the center. They are self-centered, self-occupied. Now, some worldlings here and there, you have exceptions, are more realistic. They realize that they can't put themselves at the center of whatever experience, whatever they go through. So they tend to look at the facts and try to figure out what goes on. That's a good step. But even then, they're often pressured by society to come to conclusions that are socially acceptable. Okay? So let's say, for example, that you have this female that turned on her husband and killed him. Now you have headlines, newspaper, wife kills husband. People are outraged. Okay? Most worldlings think, oh, this is bad. They had 4 children together. How can she do this to her children, to her family, or do this to her community? But then someone else who's a bit more practical thinks, okay, but why did she do it? And then that individual goes into the history and figures out this woman was the victim of domestic violence for almost 2 decades. And eventually, when she wanted help, the community didn't respond to her. There were various police reports, even evidence, bruises. There were pictures of bruises and all of that. Nobody did anything. So one day the husband came to attack her again as usual, and this time she lost it and she killed him. So now this worldling who's practical and exception thinks, no. This woman looked for help was denied, so this situation escalated because society neglected this woman. But now that same worldling, if he goes out there and say that the society neglected, society will turn on him. So if he's a journalist or a politician, whatever, he will reframe it in a different way in which society can still play the victim, even though the real victim, the woman that ended up killing her husband because her husband tried to kill her, she's still the one being blamed. So that's what it is with worldlings. They see things backwards. This backwards thinking of theirs, which is self-centeredness, is why they often fall for the most dumbest hopes ever. Those that walk by faith, they are impractical. They see things as they are. They look at the bigger picture and they take steps to be constructive. Worldlings, by default, I know there are exceptions, I acknowledge that, but by default, they just want relief. And because of this, if things refer to them in an attractive way, that's it. They don't care about anything else. And that's how you end up falling for the most bizarre traps. Some of those scam artists were caught and imprisoned. When you interview them, or when they give their statements on why they scam their people, many of them will hint to you that they themselves were surprised that people fell for their BS. Why this? Because roleplays want relief. That's the only thing on their mind. So when you're dealing with these beings, know what you're dealing with. Do not expect long-term solutions by being involved with worldly people, even the practical ones, because the practical ones are choked by other worldlings. That's why don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Well, that's it for now. Keep on agreeing with Christ. Be at peace.